What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to take a look at another quote for the Halo TV series. Now, I've been pretty vocal both here and on the main channel, being very skeptical of the Halo show, and it's simply just because of the stuff that we've seen and or heard about the show. I'm very much open to different opinions, and if you like this show or you're going, or you want to like it or whatever, that is totally respectable. And by the way, I still hope the show is good. The early reviews came out on it, and they seem pretty mixed. Like, the show doesn't seem amazing, but it doesn't seem bad. But again, those are reviewers. Do we really even care? Show comes out this upcoming Thursday, so we'll all be able to see it very shortly. But from the beginning, I've been very skeptical in terms of, Chief taking off his mask, Cortana, just her entire look, right? And just some of the comments behind the scenes from these people talking about the show. And we got another one, and I guess, I'll talk about how I view it. I'm sure you can see it a different way, and again, that's totally fine. But again, this is kind of another issue I have with the whole thing, even from the beginning. We didn't look at the game. We didn't talk about the game. Halo Season 1 showrunner Stephen Kane says of his prep with the game's developer 343 Industries. We talked about the characters and the world, so I never felt limited by it being a game. Now, you could look at that as kind of a light comment and they still talked to them and they talked about the characters. But here's the thing, there's actually very few characters besides, Chief and Cortana are the two mains, right? A lot of these new characters are exactly that. They are new. So to say, we literally could care less, and that's, by the way, what I think. Now, did they literally say, we don't care about the fandom, we don't care about the lore, we don't care about the games itself, we want to make the show? No, they didn't say that, but I truly believe, they're not going to ever say something like that unless they're really stupid. They're going to kind of dance around that point. But I really think this quote is about as close as you can get to doing that. We didn't look at the game, we didn't talk about the game. Don't you think when you're making a show based off of an iconic game and game series, you'd like to know about the game itself? Again, you could argue, maybe they got everything they needed to get out of talking about the characters in the world. I really don't think so, because again, here's the main thing, and I've said this before, a lot of times when this kind of stuff happens in Hollywood, and this really is Hollywood, it is, because it's a big scale production, each episode is $10 million to produce, this is like a Hollywood-esque kind of thing, just like you'd see from other movies or other TV shows. When they do stuff like this, I would say more often than not, they don't care whatsoever about the source material. They're using it to use you, to use the viewer, and guess what? Again, they are going to use me, because I am going to at least watch those first episode or two on the first day it comes out. But they're using us because they want to make something else, but they want to try to inject that something else into something that we already have. And I've said this from the beginning, I give them a lot of props. I give them a lot of points because they've I don't even know what word you want, like a snake, right? They've slithered around it by saying, hey, just to say it, loud and clear in the very beginning, this show has nothing to do with the canon of the games. We're going to go completely off the deep end. And the reason why they say that, and the reason why I guess I respect it, but I also think it's a very scummy move the way they've done it, is because they're outright telling us, hey, you can't get mad at us when we completely ruin your world with Halo, because we told you we're not going to be the games. The games are their universe, we are our own universe. And because we said that, you can't get mad at us when we make horrible changes or horrible decisions, one of which being taking off Chief's helmet, and I'm sure there'll be many more, right? There's rumors that Chief is going to be one-upped by pretty much every other character in the show, all of this stuff, right? So it's they literally told you that was going to happen, right? So it's you can't get mad at them because they said it, but no, you really can get mad. So that's kind of the thing. And look, I'm not opposed to doing one-to-one translations. I'm not opposed to kind of doing your own thing. And this could be controversial, I didn't mind at all the Uncharted movie. Sully, Mark Wahlberg, was not actually Sully. That wasn't the Sully from the games, but you could tell, I fully believe, you could tell they cared. They really cared about the games. And I think they can continue to prove that in future movies. It wasn't a laughingstock. They didn't, degrade the games, nothing like that. And they did their own thing while also respecting it. Now, you could also do something literally doing one-to-one. Make a game into a movie, that exact game. You could do that. This is not that. And again, that's fine. I mean, you can do whatever you want, right? They have the money. They have the $100 million to pull this thing off, whatever. But at the end of the day, if you're going to tell people, again, outright, we could care less about Halo 1. We could care less about the story of Halo 1. We could care less about the actual game. Like, and by the way, then how do they know about, like, the combat and the stuff like are we going to see similar things to, like, the actual fighting and the actual, like, shooting? Because, like, wouldn't you have needed to play the game to kind of get a scope of how that, like, warfare works, right? If you only talk about the characters in the world and you don't even look at the game itself, you miss out on, you know what I mean? The game is not just a couple characters and the world. It's more than that. So again, I hate that comment. You're even having people in, I don't know if you can say Hollywood, but you're having these, like, higher up people, these blue check marks on Twitter and stuff, and these people that are into productions of shows and movies, they're even quote tweeting the tweet and saying, this is stupid, this is why this stuff doesn't work, this is why people get mad at you, you need to stop. And when those people start saying it, you know there's a big issue. So that's I don't know. Again, I've always been skeptical. I've always wanted to like this show, but everything I've seen makes me, like, really, not like it, and makes me think it's going to be hot garbage. So we'll see how it is. I'm going to still give it a chance when it comes out, but just another quote that doesn't make me happy at all. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up, and I hope to see you all on tomorrow's video.